Hi everyone, this is Andrew at Plainview Farm, and today I'm going to show you how I use this to make this look like this. But first we have to put it on the tractor. And we have to feed the pigs. You know, just a couple days ago, it was like 66 degrees. Now it's like 38 and windy, but I guess that's winter, at least here in southern Missouri. You know, the day that the weather was really nice, that would have been the perfect day to move these pigs. You know, I've mentioned these pigs are on sacrifice pasture here right now, and oh, it's just nasty. I really need to get them moved. I mean, pigs are going to destroy no matter what they're on, but they're about to dig to China. It's supposed to be nice and sunny in the next few days, so before the weather turns again with some precipitation. So I'll probably try to get them moved in the next few days, and I'll definitely be sure and include that in the next video. Also have to move the cows. Done. So now I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I'm using here. My tractor is a Coyote, let me get down there where you can see it, Coyote DK55. It does have a cab on it. I've got the bush hog back there as a counterweight. But I have a Tomahawk brand stump bucket, okay? Tomahawk is not paying me. This is not an endorsement or anything like that, okay? This is just a stump bucket. I read some reviews and recommendations, and this is the one I bought. Now, are there other ways to do this? Absolutely. This is just my preferred method. There are folks that would come through and they would cut out all of these trees with a chainsaw. The Bradford pears especially are going to grow back, I mean, just like that. So the stump bucket allows me to pull up the tree's roots, mainly the taproot. Does it always get every bit of it? No. Does it come back sometimes? Yes. But it's a whole lot easier to manage than these larger trees. The ground is very heavily saturated today. We've just had a very heavy rain. The weather is changing. The ground is probably going to start to freeze before too long, so I wanted to get this done. I wanted to get on this and try to get some of these trees out of here. I'm not going to be able to get them all today. This is going to be a process. It takes me a little bit of time to work at these, when I have the opportunity. I know a guy who uses a grapple and a skid steer to do this. I don't have a grapple and a skid steer, nor do I want to rent one for this purpose. Actually, the reason I bought this cab tractor that I have is for this purpose, for the purpose of clearing off this land. That's why I bought a cab as well, because I knew that I would be outside in the elements, in the wind and the rain and the cold. And at the end of the day, it's not necessary, but it's just a little more comfortable. So generally the way I do this, when I approach a tree, I come up high and I will start by pushing on the tree, and with the soil being soft like it is, it helps push on the tree. Now, am I the best equipment operator? Nope. But I'm not trying to win any contests. I'm just trying to get the job done. So, all right, it does naturally leave a hole in the ground. Creates a mess that will have to be cleaned up, which I'll come back with a blade and kind of straighten things up once I come through and pick up all of these trees that I've pushed down. So you can see here, we got quite a bit of root out with this. May not have got all the tap root, obviously. Sometimes these break off. Again, this tree may come back. Most of the time they don't, at least in my experience. I've not had very many of them come back. So that's one. Let's keep going. buckets, you can see those teeth. The thing to do is to try to get those teeth centered, or I guess around that root ball of that little thorn tree or Bradford pear tree. Let me show you what I mean. Go take a look. So there we are. That's what it looks like. We're inside of the ground. Still got a little bit of root stuck in. We'll stab it again, pull it up, dump our dirt out, stab it again, try to pull that thing on out. Dump the dirt back in the hole if we can. That one shouldn't come back. Hopefully it won't. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Get a few more of these little buggers. There's one. Alright, so that's how I do it. Now I guess I'm going to let you go so I can get back to work. We'll see you next time.